discrimination. Oh gosh, look a bad word. Discrimination in the context of the word love? Yes. Because before, he said that our love should be based on revelation. What's the point of knowing something if you don't act on what you know? If what you know doesn't affect the choices that you make? Check this out. What comes to mind when I go through all of this is what the Bible calls inordinate affection. Inordinate affection. Now let's talk on that for a little while. Here's what it is. It is an unhealthy or obsessive attachment to a person or thing that manifests through uncontrolled affection. Now you tell me, I'm going to be a little graphic right here. A man slaps you around, beats you, parades you like a fool in front of other people, and you will still turn around and say, "It's love, he love me, just don't know how to show it." That's crazy. You will say that you love a woman and then you go and lie with this one, that one, that one, that one. No control over yourself. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Inordinate affection, an unhealthy and obsessive attachment to a person or thing manifested through uncontrolled affection. The word inordinate implies excessive, unnatural, and without limitations. That is not the way that God calls us to love. Now, I want to be a witness to you and say that when I became a Christian, one of the things that blew my mind was the love that the people demonstrated in the church. It was for real. You hear? It was for real. Every Sunday, like today, when church finished, I had my pick of who I could go and eat by and spend the rest of the afternoon. Any day of the week you pass by somebody, you can get something to eat. That's the church that I grew up in. And we were like family. But then I went to another church and I expected the same thing. And guess what? In a church of at one point in time, we had 2 services and we were bordering on 600 members, right? I only found one person in the whole church that gave me the opportunity to come and go in their house at will. And then I traveled to Antigua. Are you there with me? If my understanding of love was based on the initial experience that I had, then my understanding might have been misplaced. Because I am now left with the question, did the other church that I went to, did they have love? And when I came to Antigua, is it that they don't have love at all because nobody invites nobody home? Is it that we don't have love? No, that's not the case. We do, but to some extent, maybe we're wiser. I thought all you would have said. I thought you all would have said amen right there. Y'all miss your opportunity. It's gone. It ain't coming back. It ain't coming back. It ain't coming back. Now, what the Apostle Paul is driving us to is that we would arrive at the place where, in our attempt to release love, it is apportioned or released or regulated according to the value of the object of the love. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Let me do a little demonstration. DJ, come. DJ, come. Judith, you come. And Dawn, you come. Real fast. Y'all come fast. I want to warn y'all. Y'all are going to be on my video, and I'm not taking it off. Good. So you stand over there. All right. This is my son. Okay? This is my sister in the Lord. This is my sister in the Lord. This is my son. Are you understanding what I'm saying? This is my flesh and blood. Now, let me talk serious now. Let me talk real serious. These are my sisters in the Lord. I love all of them. But would it be strange to you if I say to you that if I had to choose between the three, that I would choose my son above the two? Would it be strange? Am I not expected to love my son more than the others? Would you say that what I have for them is not real love because I wouldn't love my child on a lesser or balanced degree with the two? The reality is we have confused the term love with the expression of love. I love all of them. But because of the connection that I have with him, the demonstration of the love that I have, it's going to be different. And make it worse, sister over here, she can't control her temper. We're just talking, yeah. Okay? She cannot control her temper. Every minute she vexed with something and somebody. When I walk into the room, which one of the two do you think I'm going to talk to first? Come now, let me be real now. The one who don't have the temper problem. Am I declaring that I love her more than her? No, I am not declaring that. I am saying that based on the value that is attached to her, she receives a different expression of the same love. Oh boy, I don't know if I gain it, boy. It is foolish, Glenroy, and childish for us to believe that we should love everybody on the same level. Demonstrate love on the same level. That's how I'm supposed to say it. It is not practical. It doesn't make sense. Thank you, guys. Give them a good hand. A father has 9 children, and his firstborn sticks with him, supports him, pushes him along, is there for him. When he dies, he's at his deathbed crying for him. The will is read. The will is read. And when the will is read, it is uncovered that the eldest son has gotten more than the others. Do you think that that is fair? Do you think that that is right? Of course it is right. Of course it is fair. You were up and down running the place. You ain't paying no attention to me. I love you, yes. But the value that you have attached to yourself is higher than the value that the others attach to themselves. We need to understand this. Love is love, but the release of it is dependent on the value that is attached to the object. Scripture says that the person that will find friends must do what? Show himself to be friendly. Let me say this, the person that would receive love must present themselves lovable. Are you there with me? Now, I'm not saying that at the end of the day, that there's no such thing as unconditional love. I want you to realize that I'm making a distinction between love. So I love everybody in this building. Come on, turn to 3 people and tell them that you love them. Tell the truth, huh? Tell the truth. I'm trying to do justice to the text. But let me ask you something. The person that you just told, the 3 people that you just told, aren't there people probably in this building that you have a better relationship with? Let me talk now, earlier. It doesn't mean that you don't love the others and that's the place that we need to get to. That's the place that we need to get to, where we love everybody, but realize that the connection that we have with this one that is going to be different. Initially, people said of me that I have my favorites. I have my favorites. And you know what? It's true. Yeah, let me clear it up. Yeah. It's true. Oh, jeez. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? You can't be rah, 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 rah. And somebody else is calm and nice. I want you to understand this. I am not making this thing up. It is right in the text. Stop this nonsense, this fairy tale thing about, he gave me look, Jesus teach it. Jesus taught it, and we spent some time talking about it. The release of the talents. The guy showed himself worthy enough to receive the 10. The guy with the 1 didn't get the 1 because he didn't present himself to be valuable. When a man loves a woman. See, all of us be listening to a bunch of carnal thing. When a man is passionate about a woman, he steps out to prove his value to that woman and shows that he values that woman. In his drive to guide the release of our love, the Apostle Paul shows that we have the potential to be careless, controlled by our emotional disposition, obsessive, controlled by lust, fooled into thinking that lust is love, exhibitors of poor judgment. Paul says all of those things by telling us that we need to work on the degree of our love. So after today, I've got to arrive at the place where my love is released based on revelation, information. Now, they work together, because upon revelation, the value that is supposed to be attached or not is revealed. When I understand, when two people begin to fall in love with each other and they are conscientious, you know what it says? Let's take time to get to know one another. Because the more I know you, I spoke to y'all about something. I'm sorry, babes, but sometimes I have to say certain things. Sometimes I'm in the kitchen and I want her there. I'm not saying that every time I'm in every place I want her there. Right? When I'm working in the studio, her being there might interfere with my ability to work. It's serious. Because she can be talking and I playing music. I had to stop and listen. Or I had to play and she talk. And it can't work like that. But because of the value that she has added to my life, when she's upset, I want to make her happy. When I fail her, I want to make up for it. Because she has added value or brought her value into my life. Will I put another woman in front of her? Unfortunately, no. Not even my own mother. Oh my God. That's a rough one. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all hear what I'm saying? Not even the mother that pushed me out. Oh my Lord. The mother that sacrificed herself to make sure I grow up. I must now value her above her. And that is classified by God as love. Y'all ain't hearing this thing. I want you to move away from this carnal understanding and get to the place where you begin to pray that God sobers up your affection. Stop falling in love with a man because he's handsome and put on brute. I don't even wear brute to sleep. Are you there with me? I'm serious. Love somebody because they demonstrate sound, sober, God-fearing character. If somebody turns their back on you because you stand up for what is right, that person is not supposed to be a part of your life. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying? If you want to love God and serve God and go after God and people turn their backs on you, like I was looking at, and when I say this, the person would know that it's him I'm talking about. My wife and I, unfortunately, inadvertently ended up watching a football game, all right, and saw one of the young men from our church. And I observed that when the game was finished, he walked away, went to his vehicle, while all the other guys on the team stayed liming and talking. And I said, you know what? That's the exact same thing that I did. I played the sport with them. I knew all of them. They were my friends. But when the game was finished, I wasn't going to drink with them and I wasn't going to smoke with them. I walked away and I didn't feel bad. I felt good. Because I had to demonstrate to them and to God that he is more important to me than them. Are you understanding what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we need to get to the place where we sober up our understanding of how love is supposed to be expressed. Now check this out. The atmosphere for the cultivation and facilitation of inordinate affection is always all around us. Always. President Trump says of Kim Jong-un, I like him, he's a cool fella. He's from Rocket Man to a cool fella. He's a nice dude. He's a great leader. Are you there with me? Those are platitudes. Those are just words that are mounted. Hey, don't bring no half-baked love and tell me about you love me. You don't even know me. And you better sober up with this bunch of people that flock around you and tell you about you so nice and I love you and you so great. Oh gosh, girl. Heaven is mourning. They're missing one of the angels. Yeah, right. You know anything about me? Don't get fooled with those things. You don't know me. I'm showing you the flip side now. You do not know me. How can you say that you love me? You do not know me. Don't tell me nothing about love at first sight. That is 100% nonsense. Y'all ever heard of Ted Bundy? One of the most notorious serial killers. I am positive that at some point in his life, some woman saw him and liked him. But she didn't realize that she was liking or falling in love with the devil incarnate. Ted Bundy was a notorious serial killer. Jim Jones had a wife or wives and children too, but took people in the forest and Guyana and made them drink poison Kool-Aid. You understand what I'm saying? Don't come and tell me you just show up on the spot and you just like me. There's just something about you. Well, what it is? Tell me what it is. Just something about you. Just give me a break. Just give me a break. In closing, we need God, to point us to the right path where we need to submit to His leading and allow ourselves to go through the process of change through prayer. I must pray that God give me knowledge to love and the wisdom to release the appropriate measure at the appropriate time in the right direction. I love everybody, but there are certain elements of who I am cannot be exposed to everybody. Are you hearing me? These are the types of messages that we need to preach long ago and help our young people make right choices. Not because somebody comes into your life and they say that they love you, it means that you need to run after them, or because somebody pursue you. Hello, pursue God. Go after God and let God balance the thing. So within the context of the church, we need to pray that God educates us in the area of love and that there's revelation concerning the target of our love and that we operate with proper discretion and wisdom. Let's bow for prayer.